Hello, 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 and good day to you. Let me, in this Zoom meeting that I just finished, I try using this ring light. It makes me look weird. It's distracting. Okay, you know what? Let's get this out of here. What if I just, no. Ooh, can't win them all. Anywho, how y'all doing today? How you doing? If you are here joining me live, thank you for joining me live. If you are watching on the replay, that's A-OK too. Just put hashtag replay down in the comments. Okay, so today's topic is going to be improve your dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship. I decided that I wanted to do a series for the month. Hey, Adina, thank you for joining. I decided I wanted to do a series on healing mother relationships for the month of August. I just kind of made this decision after I did last week's live. So, anywho, the topic, improve your dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship. And so, according to the Journal of Neuroscience, mother-daughter relationships are stronger than other parent and offspring relationships. I imagine this has to do with the fact that, mothers brew babies in their bodies, but maybe not. I am not the science expert, just my speculation. But what I do know is that mother-daughter relationships affect health and self-esteem of daughters in all relationships in their lives. And so, with a dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship, you feel guilted or shamed into showing up. And this can look like, I know for me, it was answering phone calls and texts, like immediately, always, because I felt like I had no choice. It felt like it could be urgent, but everything can be urgent, but, doesn't change the fact that that's how I was showing up, because I guess I've been conditioned that way. And so that's what felt normal. It can also look like you feeling responsible to fix everything. Everything is not yours to fix. Your stuff is your stuff to fix, but not everybody's stuff is yours to fix. And this can also look like you having a false sense of control. And so what I mean by that is that you are out here thinking that you are the only person that can do something the right way. And that simply isn't true. If we have not met before, my name is Yaminah. I am the owner of Healing is Work Coaching, and I help women to stop doing shit out of obligation so that they can live life on their terms, the way that they see fit for themselves. And so all those things that can come from being in a dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship tends to spread you thin. It builds frustration, sometimes resentment. And like I said earlier, it has an impact on all the relationships that you have in your life. This can be at work, this can be romantic, friendships, the list goes on. Any kind of relationship that you have is going to be affected by your dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship, even your relationship with yourself. So there's that. And so I would like to empower you today with 3 tips to having a healthier relationship with your mom, if that's something that you so desire. Because I am not going to sit here and pretend like that is something that feels like a possibility for everybody. I know when I began this work for myself, it was terrifying. I did not feel like I was allowed to say that my childhood felt like a trash experience to me in some ways. My truth, my thing to sort through, and that's okay. But yeah, the 3 tips I want to leave you so that you can have a healthy relationship with your mom, if that's something that you so choose to explore, are number 1, to set boundaries. So with setting boundaries, you're going to need to define what it is that you need and communicate that. And then you are going to use the phrase, if you need some kind of, guideline for this thing, I feel blank when blank. So it can be, I feel disregarded when you talk over me when we're on the phone. Something like that. And be ready for boundary pushbacks by having a statement prepared. And that can look something like, I understand that you don't like my boundary, but I need to feel safe in my relationships, and having limits is how I do that. And so, yeah, set boundaries. Tip number 2 is to say no. No is a complete sentence with a period at the end if you so choose it to be. You do not have to apologize. You do not have to over-explain for using the word no. No is your word of choice if that's what you're choosing. And no also is good because, if you say yes to everything that you're saying yes to, you're saying no to something else because you're only one person. You can only do so much. And I want you to be okay with other people feeling disappointed and allowing them the space to learn how to negotiate their own complicated, difficult, unsure feelings. Because, something that I also learned, sidebar, when you don't allow others to sort through their own shit, you are doing them a disservice. Everyone is here with a lesson to learn, and it looks different for everybody. Everybody's experiences are different. Everybody's life is set up different. And I can't fix your life for you. And trying to do that doesn't allow you the space to grow like you need to. And I don't want to take that from anybody. So let other people manage their own things when that comes up for them. And then tip number 3 is to choose yourself. And so it is going to be uncomfortable in the beginning, possibly, but do it anyway. Do it anyway. Keep on pushing through it. Choosing yourself is a practice that you get better at with time. Just like anything else that you do. Didn't know how to ride a bike the first time you did it, but you kept on doing it and you got really good at it. Or maybe you're terrible at it still. Neither here nor there. If you put in the work, you will see a shift in how much better you navigate choosing yourself. And when I started choosing myself and prioritizing myself, it was like that's the only way I knew how to live. So yeah, with these 3 tips, setting boundaries, saying no, and choosing yourself, you will be setting an example for the next generation, be it if you have kids yourself, or if you have nieces and nephews, even your siblings around you. Operating in this way shows other people that this is an option. It gives permission to other people also to be able to explore similar avenues. You will also have more time and energy you'll have more time and energy freedom. Excuse me, I'm getting all tongue twisted. I just hopped off of a training, trying to learn more things about business. So I'm a little off my game today. But anywho, you will have more time and energy freedom to do what matters to you. And also, you will become a boundary setting badass, because if you can set boundaries with your mother, you can set boundaries with anybody in the whole wide world, and you get better at it. And you will learn to love you more, trust yourself, and take better care of yourself. And also, your relationship with your mom has the potential to be healthier. I am not going to sit here and pretend like if you do all these things, it's just all going to be perfect and it's going to work out exactly how you want it to. That may not be the case. When I started this work and did the process of healing, there was a period of time in which me and my mom did not speak because she was not pleased with my boundaries. And that is fine, because she didn't have to be okay with my boundaries. I was okay with choosing me regardless of how anybody else felt about that. And so, it's going to come with it's not always going to be accepted the way that you would hope it will be. But I encourage you to detach from it looking a certain way, from the outcome being a certain way, I was okay with choosing me and, you know, seeing if my mom decided to circle back around. It happens that she did. My boundaries are now accepted. They're in place. They are reinforced if that's what needs to happen, which actually hasn't been a thing. But we learned how to respect each other as two individuals instead of being stuck in this mother-daughter dynamic that had always been present because, you know, if you're my mom and I'm your daughter, I mean, that's what we're doing. But we don't have to stay where we came from. We are both adults and we have our own lives to live, and we can respect each other for that. So that's all I've got for you today. And the suggested resource is a book that I read called Mothers Who Can't Love, A Healing Guide for Daughters by Susan Forward, excuse me. I'll put that in the comments so that you don't have to work too hard to find that. And also, if you need help breaking out of your dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship, let me be here to support you. It is a terrifying experience at times, but it is not one that you have to do alone. Book a time for us to talk at chatwithyamz, YAMZ.com. I'll also put that link in the comments. And yeah, that's all I got. Join me next Monday, every Monday, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I spend about 10 minutes with you, giving you some tips to figure out how to improve your life. For the month of August, it's going to continue to be about fixing those mother-daughter relationships, those mommy issues, those mother wounds, that mother hunger. So yeah, that's all I got. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. Since I'm wrapping up the live, I will not be answering them while I am live, but I do check back in the comment section to answer questions. And yeah, see you next week. Ta-ta.